Is going on? So we are live on a Friday. Just wanted to go over very quickly. So I was just talking with a couple of people actually. So the first one is a triathlete that has actually been participating in triathlons for a number of years. And I was like, listen, do you mind if we go out? I pick your brain. I have a lot of questions. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm clearly a newbie, haven't even run or swam in a while. And he goes, yeah, of course. So we start going out, we go out, we start talking about a little bit about how he started training and a lot of things that he went through. And this is what I noticed is that he is really good and he's 2 years ahead of me. So one would say that he's not really competition, okay? So, and this will all connect. I then had a call with someone that was talking about, she's essentially takes all the videos on BPI and writes an article and then we put it on the blog. This is what I noticed, okay? She goes, okay, so what are the goals and aspirations this year for you? And I said, you know what, that's a very interesting question. I said, I know that I'm good on video and I know that when I pop, that I'm going to be able to handle it. And this is why, is that I've played my game. My game was 22 years of suffering through no teacher, no one in society, no one actually, yeah, maybe there's a couple, people will come out of the woodworks and say, you know what? I was there for you. I always believed in you. Well, you didn't really say it out loud. You didn't verbalize it. And this is the thing is that this is the best example. So those two examples, what I'm saying is this guy who I just sat down with coffee has been working his ass off every single day for 2 years, sacrificing his people would say, well, he's not really enjoying life. He loves what he's doing in the triathlon world. He's eating healthy, he's eating clean, he's exercising, he's doing everything he needs. And this is the thing, he's actually looking to win his triathlon. What's going on, Adam? How we doing? He's actually looking to win the triathlon in Puerto Rico. Guess what they're gonna say? Who is this guy? Where did he come from? Jordan Peterson, another guy. This guy for years has been out publicly on, say, not only at a university, but publicly putting his lectures online. And then out of nowhere, everyone's saying, who's this Jordan Peterson? He was playing his game. What does this have to do with you? If you keep to what you're doing and you do not compare yourself to others, you know what's so hard for me to do is put out a video almost every single day. And it's nothing against you guys, 3,800 subscribers, 3,700 subscribers, whatever they are. But see people that are not as good as I am on video, people that are not as good speaking wise and are just dominating the YouTube space. 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300, 500,000 subscribers. And it's just going up and up and up and up. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? You know what it is? It's number one, it's very challenging not to compare yourself to others. You see people on Instagram. How does this guy get such a big following? How does this person make so much money in real estate? How is this person just living such a good life? I can tell you right now, when it happens, I probably will refer to this video and say, you know what? Play your game, because when you practice, in other words, what I'm doing is practicing. I'm practicing for when I'm on. I'm practicing when CNN calls and they say, hey, listen, come in, talk about the real estate market. I'm practicing from when that 5,000 person auditorium calls and they say, listen, do a speech for us and we're gonna pay you, or you pay and you need to fly to LA. Play your game. It's so hard. And I'm telling you, this is the added benefit of leaving social media. The added benefit of leaving social media is that I am not comparing myself. And it's hard. It is not easy. It is not easy because there's a lot of people bragging on social media. There's a lot of girls comparing themselves to other girls. There's a lot of guys comparing themselves. This guy's making more money. He's got a better relationship. He's got a better job. He's got a nicer car. He's got a bigger house. He's got a better body. He's traveling more than I am. It's so easy to compare yourself. However, if you do play your race, competition just goes away. I'm looking around this world I'm literally saying people that I looked up to, people that I said, I cannot wait until we're on the same level. In other words, conversation wise, you ever be in a conversation, you're like, this guy's really confident, or he knows his shit. In other words, they're crushing it in, say, a subject that you're looking to learn. Or I'm out with grabbing coffee with this triathlon guy. This guy is dominating. He would literally lap me in a race. He would finish 2 races when I finished 1. But the thing is, he started years ago, so I can't compare myself. That's an easy example. Another one is this person that you're comparing yourself to is your same age. Maybe you went to high school together. Maybe you went to college together. Maybe you're friends with this person. And every time you hang out with this person, they're talking about how great their life is, how great their bank account is, how great their girlfriend is, their parents, they're fun, enjoyable, enthusiastic. Everything is great. I'm going to tell you right now, and it's so cliche, is if you are thinking that there is an endpoint, that is scarcity. There is no endpoint because you're going to get to that endpoint. I got that. I said when I get a bigger office, when I get a better video setup, then shit is going to click. I just had a video conference with our editor, and guess what she brought up? She goes, here's 2 areas that we can actually really improve our video. We could bring up animators, and we could do animated video, and we can also have like a little thing that's right here, and it kind of like keeps people engaged and everything else. I said, well, that's going to cost a lot more money than we're actually giving our video editor right now. She said, yeah. And I said, okay, so when I do that, then I'm going to say, actually, let's shorten the videos a little bit more. Maybe not even have me on there. Maybe actually have me in the streets of New York City walking around. So what I'm really saying is there's 2 things that I've noticed is that when I actually, New York City, very competitive city, kind of a hard city here. You know, I don't see it that way though. I see it as actually a very easy city. I actually see that there is 80%, this is the best way to break it down, okay? You have 10% that are completely out of the game. You know, they lost their rocker. They're never going to enter the game, and you know they just lost all hope. And there's no way, there's nothing that could be done. You could give them all the money in the world, they're still going to be miserable and everything else. Then you have 80%. 80% is the masses. And I'm telling you right now, when you're in New York City, you can say, "Oh, it's really busy, it's crazy, it's everything else." But when me, like myself, who lives in New York City for a decade plus and grew up in New York, I understand the city. 80% are just average. There's so many average people in this. This is my office. There's so many average people. There's 10% that are just looking to get a little bit better every single day. But there's really only about 1%. That's the 1% where there is competition. There is no competition in the 99%. You know how they talked about the 99% last year? Don't even put me in that category. Yeah, money-wise, no. Mentality-wise, no. All right? So I want to get your mind right. That's the only way to get your mind right is wrap your head around the fact that there really is no competition, even though we manufacture this in our brain. And the second thing around that is that when we see that we have competition, they got a lot of shit going in their life. I filmed a video today about everyone is tired and scared. Everyone is tired and scared. As much as you want to say, it looks like this person's having a great life. They have anxiety. They have fears. They have doubts. They are walking around. Is this right? Is this not right? Okay? Because there is no bullet point list on how to live this thing we call life, this journey that we call human longevity or whatever the fuck you want to call this thing. You know, this made up, everything is manufactured. Okay? There is no manual. Because your life is different than my life. Your situation is different than my situation. Even if we were living the exact same lives, we're thinking about totally different things. Hope you guys have an amazing Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I would say the biggest thing, and I'll leave you on this, is this week is that don't beat yourself up. All right? So I didn't do something that I really wanted to do this week. And one way that I can just remove myself from that doubt, that anxiety, beating myself up, where I would probably go last year, nowhere near this year, beginning of last year, is that I would say, why the fuck did I not do this? Why did I not do this? I had a whole week to do this project or this thing, this habit or something I want to actually incur in my life. And the thing is, you know what I say? Is I'm living I'm on my path, okay? And when my time comes, I'm gonna fucking dominate those speeches. I'm gonna fucking dominate all that business. I'm gonna crush all the people that visit this channel for the first time. One video is gonna explode, or multiple videos are gonna explode, and people are gonna visit this and be like, where is this guy? Where was he? You know why? Because the algorithms haven't picked me up on YouTube, or the clients haven't discovered me yet that I'm going to be doing business with, or all those agents that are going to be working for me in many years from now, they're going to say, where were you? I've been here. But I've been on my journey. I've been on my path. Get 1% better every single day, just 1%. And I was telling these guys yesterday at my alumni event yesterday, and I was talking to these two guys. One's 21 or 20 years old. The other one's 21 years old. Both still in college. One's a sophomore, one's a junior. And they both asked me the exact same question. They said, if you're in our shoes, what would you do? I said, the number one thing is, because they grew up with the cell phone more than I have, I said the number one thing is I would start removing distractions now. Start removing distractions in friends, in TV, in situations, in activities, in obviously the easy ones, apps, websites, gaming, TV, drama. Start removing that now. Food, addictions to porn, addictions to food, alcohol, drugs. Doesn't really matter, okay? Because that's all manufactured in our brain that we need that. And the other is music, okay? I told them, I said, this is a really good thing to do. Get on an elevator, sit on the elevator, and don't go for your phone. Don't go for your phone. Just get on the elevator and just sit there. See if you could do that. See if you could do that. You know why? Because most people can't. It's so hard to do that, okay? To get on the elevator and sit there in your own thoughts. And you know what I love doing that? You know what I love doing now? Is doing that exact same thing. Because what I've noticed is that if I don't move into being uncomfortable, I'm pulling away. And you know what's on the cliches, on the other side of being uncomfortable, on the other side is fear, is, you know, success and freedom and all that. Okay, fantastic. You know what's also on the other side is that you start taking bolder actions. You actually start feeling better about yourself. You actually say, when I say I'm gonna do something, I actually do it. I say I'm gonna wake up at a certain time, and I actually wake up at that time. I don't snooze my alarm, I get up. I say I'm gonna go to the gym, I go to the gym. I see a pretty girl, I go approach her. I make that sales call, I send that email, I go to the gym, I hang out with my friends, I don't drink. All these things that you say you wanna do, but you don't do, is that you're not actually keeping promises to yourself, and you start losing confidence. Okay? And then when you start losing confidence, it's tough, because then you start going into nihilism, which is that it doesn't really fucking matter. That's what nihilism is. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter whether I do something or I don't do something, or I believe in a good future or I don't believe in a good future. So on top of that, I said, if you can actually walk into, and by the way, if you're in sales and you can't be uncomfortable, you're never going to be able to negotiate. If you can actually sit there in silence and actually ask for what you want, or I'll give you another story today. So I'm in a deal that's a year in the making, a whole year, okay, in the making, and I'm sitting in the living room with the client and the broker, and I literally point blank, a year ago, there's no way I would have been able to have this conversation. But point blank, I literally looked at the buyer straight in the eyes, and I said, are we looking to move forward, or are we not looking to move forward? And just sat there. Because a lot of people would want to fill that space. I wanted her, the client, the buyer, to fill the space with her answer, instead of me feeling uncomfortable. No, I just asked the question and then just shut up. And the thing is, if you can't actually sit alone in your thoughts, you're never going to be able to answer that question. And guess what? Her being hesitant, I went to the owner and I said, I don't think she's looking to move forward. I don't think she's looking to buy the apartment. That helped us all out. So have an amazing weekend. Enjoy. I would say, don't compare yourself to others, remove distractions, be able to sit in uncomfortable situations, which is on an elevator, which is sitting online waiting for something, which is at your house and you don't need to grab for your phone. Delete apps, don't go on websites, stop porn, TV, gaming, all this bullshit that doesn't fucking mean anything to your life, that's never gonna add to your life, that is not gonna, there's nothing about that. Go watching another video is not gonna do anything for your life. Trust me, because that was me for years. I need to watch this other YouTube video. No, you fucking don't, okay? You need to do what's good for you to bring in business, to then get a better video editor, to then explode your YouTube channel, to then take that money, go on a speaking circuit, to then write a book in 10 years, and now you're growing at your company and your popularity and everything else. Have an amazing weekend. Talk to you guys soon. Leave your comments below.